Rank 1. The Foundling. You wake up in a field of dead soldiers. You are a child. The men around you are not. There was a battle here. You were too small to be in it. You lived anyway. You do not have a name. Everyone who could have given you one is face down in the mud. A man is walking the field, pulling swords off the bodies. He finds you. He looks at you like a decent knife somebody dropped. He decides to keep you. He gives you a name, Wolf. It is not really a name. It is a job description. For the first time, somebody wants you alive. After a field full of people nobody wanted, that feels like being loved. It is not. He trains you to do one thing: guard whoever he points at, kill whoever gets in the way, never ask why. He calls it the Iron Code. It is the worst contract anyone has ever been offered. You sign it at 6 years old. The other option is the field he found you in. You get very good at the job, and you spend the rest of your life finding out what the job was for. Rank 2. The Bound Shinobi. You do not get a promotion. Nobody hands you a title. You just get a master. And a ninja with a master is a knife that finally has somewhere to point. You wake up at the bottom of a well, cold water around your ankles, a little coin of moonlight at the top. So you climb. That is most of this job, honestly. Climb a thing, kill whoever is on it, climb the next thing. The person you came for is a kid, a pale, polite boy in dark robes. His name is Kuro. Everyone wants him dead, or worse, alive. It is what is in his blood. Drink it, and you stop being able to die. He gives you a sword and makes it official. Kusabi Maru.
Kusabi Maru, your sword, my shinobi, in accordance with the bond of lord and retainer.
You swear to protect him with your life. You mean it completely. You do not ask a single question. You learn how this world works fast. You walk into a guy on the wall. He kills you. You wake up at a little stone statue. The statue is still there. The statue is always still there. It is the one thing in this country that will not try to kill you. A doctor named Emma refills your flask. She does not ask where you have been. So here is the situation. You guard a boy whose blood is worth more than the kingdom. Your job is to make sure nobody cashes him in. The oath is not really protection. It is ownership with very good manners. You cannot tell the difference yet. You have a lord, a sword, and a reason to be alive. This morning you had none of those. You head down into the dark to go get him. Somebody beat you to it. Rank 3. The Fallen. You go to get your lord back. Your lord is already gone. The man who took him is waiting on a platform over the black water. Genichiro. He wants the kid's blood. Not for himself. To buy one more year for a clan that is losing a war it cannot win. You stand in his way. That is the whole job. You are about to fail it. He is better than you. You feel it in the first hit. He kills you on the stones. The statue brings you back. You climb up. He kills you again. You keep doing it because that is what the code is for. And then you win. You actually win. You beat him. And then a knife comes out of the dark, thrown by someone you never see. It takes your left arm off at the shoulder. The cut is not what kills you. What kills you is everything after. Lord, gone. Sword, gone. Arm, on the ground next to you. A red symbol flashes across the screen. It means you are dead. This is the only time it will ever mean that. A bodyguard who cannot guard anyone is just a man bleeding out on a floor. No lord, no arm, no point. Right back where you started. A field full of bodies. And you are one of them. Rank 4. The Undying. You wake up on the floor of a rundown temple. You should not be waking up at all. An old man scraped you off the ground and dragged you here. He carves angry-looking statues. He has one arm. He bolts a different kind of arm onto your stump. Wood and iron, full of hidden tools. And here is the thing this whole game is about. The kid's blood is in you now. You die. You get back up. The red symbol shatters. You are on your feet with your sword, and whatever killed you turns around very confused. You are going to do this hundreds of times. You will get used to it. There is a catch. There is always a catch. Every time you really die, somebody back home gets sick. A plague called dragon rot. The doctor tracks it like an incident report. The more you die, the more of your friends start coughing blood. Your immortality is a workplace hazard for everyone who likes you. The new arm has a grappling hook. Suddenly, you can reach rooftops you were never meant to reach. So naturally, you start dying to the rooftops. An undying shinobi, killed over and over by gravity. There is a man chained up near the temple who also cannot die. Hanbei. He asks you to practice on him. You stab him. He gets up. You stab him again. He thanks you and says come back anytime. It is the most wholesome thing in the game. It is also you stabbing a man who is begging to die. You cannot let him yet. You do not have the right knife. You tell him to wait. He has nothing but time. You do not wait. You have a lord to get back. Rank 5. The Climber of Ashina. You are death that will not stay dead, and you have a very strange job for a ninja. You were trained for shadows and knives in the back. Instead, every fight that matters is a duel. Face to face, out in the open. Nobody finds that weird, except you. Everyone who plays this game gets told the same thing. Stop dodging. Start deflecting. A sword, a spear, a fist, a cannonball, a flaming bull. The answer is always the same. Catch it on your blade and throw it back. It was always the same answer. It just takes about 100 deaths to believe it. You learn this the hard way. A chained ogre grabs you from across the room. Grabs cannot be deflected, only run from. A bull charges you. It has a torch strapped to its head. The courtyard is too small to charge in. It does not care. You die. You run back. You die on the same corner, to the same guy who is always surprised to see you. Somewhere in here you find a bell. Ring it and the whole game gets harder. Forever. People ring it by accident and then suffer for hours. Sure, it was always this bad. You are starting to think the suffering is the point. The clan is losing on every front. Its answer is to put one more swordsman on one more roof and hope. At the castle gate, a giant man on a horse introduces himself.
My name is Jobu Masataka Honiwa! As I breathe, you will not pass the castle gates!
You pass the castle gate. Up on the wet rooftops, in the rain, you find Genichiro again, the man who took your lord. No armor this time. Bare-chested, a bow on his back, fighting like a man with one country left to lose. At the end, he pulls lightning out of the sky. He runs it through his own body to reach you. You catch it and throw it back. By now, that is just a Tuesday. He goes down on the tiles. The door to your lord finally opens. It feels like the end of the story. It is the halfway point. Somewhere in here, the job quietly changed. You stopped surviving this world. You started cutting your way to the top of it. You are getting really good at something a good person would not want to be good at. Rank 6. The Seeker of the Mortal Blade. You get your lord back. Your lord does not want to be saved. He wants to die. He wants you to help. The undying blood is a curse, he tells you. It does not fix the world. It just stops the worst parts of it from ever ending. And to kill a thing that cannot die, you need a very specific knife. So you go looking. The world gets stranger the deeper you go. First, a fogged mountain full of monks. To live forever, they grow centipedes inside their own bodies. They seem to think this was a reasonable trade. Then, a drowned village, where the ones who already won just stand in the swamp. Forever. Throwing buckets of water at the sky. This is the prize. This is what the whole country is killing each other to get. And up close, every single one of them is miserable. The promotion everyone wants is the worst thing that can happen to you. Even the nobility have lost the plot. They are arms that live inside giant pots. Their one dream is to become a fish. The game tells you this with a completely straight face. On a bridge, a giant in foreign armor blocks the way. You cannot kill him the normal way. You have to throw him off the edge. On the way down, he screams one word, a name, Robert. He crossed an ocean looking for a cure for his dying son. The monks promised him one. They were lying. They always are. You fight your way to a child who hands you the knife, the mortal blade, a red sword that kills anyone who dares to draw it. So you draw it. It kills you on the spot. Then the blood stands you back up. That is the trick. Only a dead man who refuses to stay dead can hold the thing that ends the deathless. On the way, you cut the head clean off a giant white ape. The music stops. You exhale. Then it stands up, picks its own head off the ground, and the music starts again. Some things here do not die just because you killed them. You are starting to take that personally. And then your past catches up. A memory of the night your old home burned down. A woman in a butterfly mask. The one who trained you as a kid.
It's been a long time, son of Owl.
She floods the room with illusions. You cut your way out of them. And then, behind you, the man who raised you. The man who named you. Your own father. With a knife already in your back. He was never on your side. He was on the side of whoever was holding the blood. The first hand that ever reached down for you had been reaching past you the whole time. Rank 7, the Slayer of Gods. You have a knife that kills the deathless. Now you need one more thing. It belongs to the thing that made everyone deathless in the first place. You climb up out of the war into a palace that should not exist. Pink trees raining petals on still water. Nobles in flowing robes playing flutes that summon lightning. A sky like a held breath. After a whole game of gray mud, it is almost too pretty to look at. The people here are immortal too, just as hollow as everyone else. Their gods are asleep. Their warriors guard a religion nobody remembers the point of. At the center sleeps a giant, pale dragon, older than the country, missing its left arm the same way you are missing yours. You cannot kill it. Its body does not end. That is the whole problem you came here to solve. So you do not kill it. You ride its own lightning up into the clouds. You slice it once beside the eye. You steal a single tear. That is all you came for. You climb back down into a kingdom on fire. The enemy army finally broke through. The castle is burning, and the man who raised you is somehow alive. Of course he faked his death. He blocks your path one last time and tells you to drop your lord and follow the code, like a good son. You cut him down in the burning dark instead. He is proud of you for it. That is so much worse than if he had hated you. Down in a field of tall grass under the burning castle, the man who took your lord is waiting. Genichiro. He has one card left. He stabs himself in the throat with a black blade. It drags his grandfather back from the dead. Young, whole, at full power. The old lord who built this whole country. Ishin, the sword saint. The best there has ever been. He fights you with a katana. Then he adds a spear. Then, because honor has limits, he pulls out a gun and shoots you. Then he calls lightning down through his own arm. He kills you and kills you and kills you. Every time he says the same 4 words.
Hesitation is defeat.
So you stop hesitating. You put the greatest swordsman who ever lived down in the grass. The whole castle burns behind you. For one moment there is nobody left above you, just the one thing you came home to do. Rank 8, the Severance. You have the knife, you have the dragon's tear, you finally have everything you need. And the thing you need it for is the thing the whole climb was hiding. Your lord never needed a bodyguard. He needed an executioner. The only way to end the undying blood is to end the boy carrying it. Kuro kneels down in front of you. He asks you to do it. The kid you climbed a whole kingdom to protect. He always knew the cost. He kept a quiet count of every time you died for him. He felt guilty about all of them. He is the only person in this country who ever felt guilty about anything. There were other roads. You could have died in his place. You could have carried him to the far side of the world and let the bloodline quietly end. You do not take those roads. You raise the red blade. There is no boss here, no rhythm to learn, no coming back. You bring it down. The blood that made men immortal leaves the world like a breath you finally stopped holding. He thanks you. Out in the burning ruins, one last thing is waiting. The kind old man who fixed your arm lost his own fight a long time ago. The hatred he carved statues to hold back finally took him. He is a fire demon now, one arm made of flame. You put him down in the ashes of the road where your climb began. He warned you about exactly this. He warned you himself. The man who could not stay dead was the only one who could end any of it, and the thing he finally got good enough to do was kill the people he loved. You do not die. That is the cruel part. You keep the dead arm. You take the old man's place at the broken temple. You pick up a chisel and start to carve. There is no field of bodies at the end of this one. There is just you, still alive. Nobody left to protect. You were never climbing toward a throne. You were climbing toward this. Somewhere, one war ends and the next one starts. A field goes quiet. A kid, too young to have been in the fighting, opens their eyes in the mud. No name. Nobody left to give them one. A hand reaches down out of the smoke. The same way a hand once reached down for you. It decides the kid is worth keeping. It gives the kid a name. The kid takes it. Because a name is warm. A hand is warm. And there is nothing else warm for miles. This whole system does not run on loyalty. It runs on the fact that a lonely child will always follow the first hand that reaches for them. The code gets handed down. The blade gets handed down. The well is still there. The moonlight is still at the top of it. And somebody is already climbing.